Okay, let's talk about money in your 20s, but not in the usual way. Not the cut up your credit cards and stop buying lattes lecture. No, we're going to reframe this. We're talking about smart spending, the kind of strategic buys that can literally change the entire course of your financial future.
But first, we have to be real about the situation. For a lot of us, your 20s are a total financial minefield. You're watching your friends get new cars, go on fancy trips, and you can't help but feel like you're already falling behind. It's a classic trap.
And this line from our source material just absolutely nails it. It really does feel like quicksand. The more you struggle to keep up with everyone else, the faster you feel like you're sinking. You see the constant spending and you start to wonder, wait, am I doing this all wrong? And that leads to this huge fear, right? This idea that you're just stuck in a loop, living paycheck to paycheck, always feeling broke, but then, ordering DoorDash for the third time this week. The source calls this a financial Groundhog Day. And honestly, the things we buy can either lock us into that loop or set us free.
So how do we break the cycle? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in how you think. It's about stop thinking about just today, this week, this month, and starting to play the long game.
What's so powerful here is the contrast. Most people treat their 20s like a sprint. Spend it all, live it up, worry about it later. But the people who actually build wealth, they know it's a marathon. They understand that the small, almost boringly smart choices they make right now are going to have these massive, outsized results down the road. And here's why that long game is so incredibly powerful. In your 20s, you have the single greatest wealth-building tool on the entire planet, time. We're talking decades of it. This is your unfair advantage, and it all comes down to the magic of compound interest.
So let's put a real number on that advantage. $300,000. What's that? Well, according to the source, that's the potential cost of just waiting 10 years. 10 years, from your early 20s to your early 30s. That delay could literally cost you over $250,000 in the long run.
And this chart just makes it so clear. Look at the math. You invest just $200 a month starting at age 22. Assuming you get average market returns, you could easily hit $1 million by retirement. But if you wait until you're 32 to start the exact same plan, you end up with around $700,000. Same money, different timing, a $300,000 difference. Wild.
Okay, so we get it, right? Starting early is the whole game. Time is our superpower. So the obvious question is, what are the actual purchases we should be making to take advantage of this? Let's dive into the first bucket, investments that fuel your growth, both personal and financial.
The source points to 4 real game changers here. First, investing in a side hustle. This is about buying the tools you need to create new income. Maybe it's the camera for a photography business or the online course to learn a high-value skill. Second, consistently buying low-cost index funds. This is the simplest, most automated way to build serious wealth. Third, strategic travel. And we're not just talking about a vacation, but traveling to gain confidence, perspective, maybe even make new connections. And finally, targeted education. The idea here is that a $20 book that totally changes your thinking can have a way higher return than a $100,000 degree you don't even use.
Okay, so those first 4 are all about growth and pushing forward. This next set, though, is all about building a rock-solid foundation for absolutely everything else. These are the big moves that kind of protect your future and seriously speed up your wealth building.
All right, purchase number 5. This is the one that scares a lot of people, real estate. But man, it is a wealth accelerator. You get to use leverage, basically a small down payment to control a huge asset. And you can even do what's called house hacking, renting out extra rooms or another unit and having other people pay down your mortgage while you build equity. It's a powerful move.
Now for one that sounds kinda boring but is so important, cheap, reliable transportation. Notice the source doesn't say a new car, it says transportation. And that's because a flashy car is a liability that loses value the second you drive it off the lot, and the true cost is way bigger than you think.
So this is the real kicker, right here on this slide. That $500 a month car payment, it doesn't just vanish. If you had taken that same money and invested it instead over 30 years, it could have grown to over $600,000. That's the real cost of a nice car in your 20s. It's not just the car, it's the freedom you're trading for. And the final foundational purchase is your health. Seriously, this isn't a luxury item, it's a performance enhancer. Your energy, your focus, your ability to actually do all this other stuff, it's all directly tied to how you treat your body. Building good habits now is an investment that pays you back for decades.
Now, here's the most important part. These 7 purchases, they aren't just a random list of good ideas. They all work together. They're a powerful, interconnected system for building wealth. And here's how it all connects. Think about it. Good health gives you the energy you need to work on your skills and your side hustle. That extra income then fuels your investments, your index funds, your real estate. And over time, those investments compound and grow to build real financial freedom. It's a positive feedback loop where every smart choice makes the next one easier.
And this whole system is the perfect antidote to the biggest wealth killer there is, lifestyle inflation. You know what that is, right? It's that habit of spending more every single time you get a raise. The source says, real success in your 20s means getting comfortable being boring while your friends are constantly upgrading their lives. What they don't see is that you're quietly building a foundation that they can't even imagine.
So that's the system. But, just knowing the system, that's not enough, is it? The most important part is actually taking that first step. It's about deciding what your next move is going to be.
And this, right here, is what it's all for. I absolutely love this quote from the source because it just redefines the entire goal. It's not about the stuff. It's not about the car. It's about freedom. It's about having choices. It's about owning your time, instead of being forced to trade it just to pay the bills. So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget about trying to do all 7 things at once. That's overwhelming. What's the one move, the one purchase, the one decision you can make today to start playing the long game and building your own version of freedom? Because 10 years from now, you're either going to thank yourself or you're going to wish you started today.